just had these for my dinner the other night. I love having them in the freezer because all I have to do is grab a box of pasta and then get these into a pan because they are already cooked. They come with sauce, but tonight we're going to give you 5 pounds of meatballs with sauce plus 2 extra pounds of sauce. So what we're talking about here is about 30 all-beef meatballs with sauce, and then you get 2 more 1-pound packages of sauce. We got overwhelmed with requests from customers saying, could you please include more sauce? So we talked to Dan Mancini, the owner of Mancini Meatball, Mama Mancini Meatballs, and he made them available. Now, as I mentioned, this was on earlier today, so between that presentation and this show now, we've taken orders for over 700. Let's invite in the owner of Mama Mancini's. Daniel Mancini is joining us live via phone. Sir, how are you?
Great. How are you, David?
Doing great, and thank you for my good dinner the other night. I enjoyed my Mama Mancini meatballs, as I always do. I served them over pasta and had some great garlic bread and salad. They were marvelous. So
that's so nice to hear.
Let's talk about a recipe that came over with your grandmother in what year?
1921. She came from Bari, Italy.
And the only known picture of you and your grandma is on the screen right now. I hope you can see your TV set from where you're sitting.
Yes, yes.
And that is a picture of you and your sweet grandmother.
Yes, holding me in the backyard of her Brooklyn home where I grew up. Yes.
Nice hat you got on there, mister.
Yeah.
So your grandmother brought this recipe over with her from the old country, and we're talking about plum tomatoes. We're talking about beautiful Italian breadcrumbs, garlic, eggs, cheese, onion, everything that you would expect in a fantastic meatball. But this has not just one cheese, this has 3 cheeses. Tell us about that.
Yes, it does. So my grandmother on a normal Sunday would make her meatballs using the Romano cheese, but on special occasions, and you know, we brought this special for QVC now. This meatball has the 3 cheeses that she would only use on holidays and our birthdays because we would always ask her for it. And that's the Romano cheese, the Asiago cheese, and your favorite, David, the Parmesan cheese.
Yes.
And they're all blended into the meat. And then we simply add, after that, your onions, your garlic, your parsley, as you said, some beautiful Italian breadcrumbs, and the sauce, whole plum tomatoes, olive oil, onion, garlic, and a bay leaf. Nice and simple. No preservatives. Every ingredient you can pronounce, and look, when you cut that open, you can see the beef we use, which is sourced only from the United States, David.
We should also let everyone know that your all your meatballs are hand rolled. Is that correct?
Yes, and that's why you get that beautiful, fluffy texture when you cut into these or bite into them, and you could see that as you cut open that meatball, and that's the only way you can get that, David.
And I can tell you, Daniel, the other night when I was faced with the prospect of having to cook again, like all of us are dealing with right now, I thought my head was going to spin off. And then it was almost like the angel choir started singing when I opened the freezer and realized I had another pack of your meatballs in there. I was so happy because I got them out of there, popped them into a saucepan, covered them, and put them on low, and just let them slowly defrost in the pan. I was able to do this well before dinner. And then as dinner got a little closer, I boiled my pasta. I grated some fresh Parmesan cheese, my favorite, as you mentioned. And I'll tell you what, it was one of the best dinners I've had in a while.
Well, you know what, David, to your point, you know, we've been cooking nonstop for now it's months and months and months. And you know what, David, now more than ever, it's really time for us to connect with our loved ones and enjoy a delicious family dinner. And having these at the ready in your freezer is going to allow you to have that family dinner, like you just said, in just 15 minutes.
Now, I should let everyone know that we've now taken orders for the day of 900 sets of meatballs. Let me tell you what you're getting. You're going to get a packet of 5 pounds of meatballs. That's about 30 meatballs, Daniel. And then that also comes with the sauce. And then you give us 2 more packets of sauce, but the sauce is frozen in 1-pound portions. Is that right?
That's right. And that's why, David, we have, Chef Nick made for us 2 big platters of spaghetti you see there. And that's like perfect for a night when you just want the spaghetti. We also can make, with this offer, David, 10 meatball subs, which for Father's Day, who doesn't love a meatball sub? And then you also can put together 10 pasta dinners as well.
Well, here are your 10 meatball subs, which I can't imagine
Look at that.
anything more delightful. Hot and
Yes.
soft and delicious with lots of cheese. Come on. And then you
And ready
mentioned
in minutes.
10 servings of meatballs with penne pasta, or whatever pasta you love. But I'll tell you, there's something very, very special about a great Italian meal that you don't have to put any time into at all. You know, you tell, and I've worked with you for years, Dan, and you've talked about the Sundays when you'd walk into your grandma's kitchen and you were so tiny you would tug on her apron and you could smell the meatballs and you knew it was Sunday because she was making homemade sauce. She was making meatballs. It was a special occasion. She did other types of meatballs, but it was always family. It was always Sunday dinner, wasn't it?
Yes, and it's so comforting, David. And, you know, unfortunately, we're still lining up to get into supermarkets. We get into the supermarket. We all know right now beef is scarce. So here you have 5 pouches that each have the 6 meatballs with the sauce at the ready, and you have those 2 additional pouches of just sauce. So, you know, you just pick a couple nights and say, we're going to make a simple home-cooked grandma dinner, and this allows you to do that.
Couldn't agree with you more. Dan, thanks to you, there are going to be a lot of homes all over America enjoying just the kind of meal you mentioned. We're going to wrap up now, but we want to thank you, sir, for being here tonight, and what a pleasure to have you back.
Thank you. I hope to get to see you soon in person, David.
You take good care of yourself. I feel the same way. Be well. Bye-bye. All right, we've got about 25 minutes left in our show tonight. We're going to head over and talk about the Coon Rakan shears. I'm going to get myself a little swig of water right here live on the air.